So I was driving by this field area out here and saw this huge bobcat. So I pulled over. He's down here in this grass somewhere. I'm just hoping he'll come out, hopefully give you a little view. But you always got to keep your eyes peeled. You never know what you're going to see. Hi folks, John with the Wingman 115 channel. I am so stoked and pumped today. You can feel the energy on the channel. I am just amped. And no, haven't had any Red Bull, haven't had any rock stars. Shouldn't be drinking those anyway. They're not good for you folks. Just high on life, out here, just breathing pine dust, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's the new craze. But today we're going to be talking about the Bark River Vengeful-1. I got to hold this bad boy with two hands. It's just a huge honking blade. Now, this is a Chris Tanner design. And had a chance to talk with Chris a while back. And Chris goes, hey, you want to do a review on this blade? I said, hell yeah, dude. I've been wanting to get my hands on this knife for a while now. One, I like the steel. The CPM 3V is just off the chart, just an awesome super steel. And two, it's a Bark River knife. Now, if you follow along on the channel, I reviewed a Bark River Bravo knife a while back. I'll leave a link in the video description below. You can check that out after this video. Just awesome blade. Bark River makes just quality stuff. I'm just gonna throw that out there. They just do. So, knife shows up, had a chance to hang on to it for a little bit. It's been the holiday season, so with work and such, but I'm out here in the woods. I am amped. First off, we're gonna take it over to the table. We're gonna do a quick specs rundown. Gonna show you the ins and outs of this blade up close and personal. Then I'm gonna take it out and then we're just gonna do what this knife is just designed for. Hack, slash, chop, dice, slice. We're just gonna go crazy town out here in the woods, just having fun. Folks, it starts now. Let's go. You're going to want to see a tip test with the Vengeful-1. So, I aim to please. I don't recommend doing this at home, but there may be an extreme time where you have to do it and you're going to want to know if it's going to hold up. Well, let's get up close so I can show you. Not a problem. We're going to do some light chopping with the Vengeful-1. Now the big sweep on this blade gives it enough forward, weight forward that, I'm telling you right now, it's just an ease to chop with, and I'm using just minimal effort. Here, we'll get my hand in there so you can see, just look, just minimal. I'm not going too crazy with energy at all. We're going to take it over to a tree stump here real quick. But that gives you a little indication how well the big belly on this blade works for chopping. Well, since the Vengeful-1 is a chopper, we already know it can baton. I just know. I'm just going to try to split this bad boy. This is about a 3.5 inch, just twisted limb. We're going to give it a go. Wow. Not bad. Taking out my camera. Let me retrieve my log. Make sure my camera's still rolling. Let's try it again. Tell you what, this bad boy goes through this like butter. Not a bad job at all. One more time, just because it's so fun. Not bad. Let's take it over to the chopping tree. This gives you an idea of the wood that I'm dealing with for this review. I don't want to cut into any live trees out here. One, is just wrong, and two, they're just struggling to live, but doing the best we can with what we have. I'm about to go medieval on this dead pine tree from a forest fire from about 10 years ago. Now this wood is just tough. It's just petrified, but I have a feeling the Vengeful one is gonna go a little cray. So watch out, folks. There's gonna be flying objects all over the place. This wood is tough. She is a chopper. This wood is tough, man, this wood. The sweet spot, obviously, is right in there. No Vengeful 1 video would be complete without having to chop through a coconut. I was trying to think of different ways that I could showcase this blade. Chopping through this hard, petrified pine tree. Man, I'm still out of breath. I'm up at 6,000 feet elevation, folks. You have to forgive me. Was pretty tough, but I want to see the edge retention after I chop through this coconut. So let's get her started. Not bad, not bad. Look at that. Now it's like Gilligan's Island. We have a cup we can drink out of. It's almost like a severed head right there. Here's what I'm impressed about. Look at the nice clean cut in that. Everybody's probably going to wonder if a big knife can do fine motor skill tasks. So I chose a small piece of wood, and we're going to see if we can do some small feathering with this. Tell you what, this knife is sharp, and I didn't do any touch-ups to this knife when it came. Now this knife has been reviewed by a couple different people. I don't know if they've touched up the edge, but let me tell you what, I'm impressed. Let's get it up close so you can see real quick. Just some nice little feathers with this big blade. Now for some final thoughts on the Bark River Vengeful-1. First off, let's talk about the sheath. This is a huge piece of leather, and they did a great job. Just look at the detail on that sheath. Nice welt. Stitching is just outstanding. Belt loop, got a couple different carries. Even has lanyard hole in the bottom. Just really nice. Now, you folks want to talk about the knife. So let me put this sheath down. First off, Bolo style blade. Chris, you designed a badass mamma jamma, dude. This bad boy, she's heavy, I ain't gonna lie. But it's forward weight, so when I'm chopping, it just, the weight distribution on this, Tanner, you did an awesome job. And the way Bark River did the bloodlines in there, took out just enough meat out of that CPM 3V steel. I just love that steel. That's a super steel. I've gotten to play around with it a little bit before, and just edge retention just stays crazy sharp, as you saw when I did that small little, I'm so excited I can't even think, when I did the little feather stick with it. So big knives, contrary to popular beliefs, I'm gonna get up close here real quick. Public service announcement. Big knives can do small tasks, okay? Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Because I get that all the time. People go, dude, why you gotta have a big knife, dude? Well, I'll tell you what. A big knife can do small tasks, but I'm sorry, a small knife can't do big tasks. What would you use this blade for? Well, primarily, this bad boy is a chopper. If you're out somewhere where you gotta clear some real estate, this is gonna do the trick. Now, let's talk a little bit about this. I just love this Bolo style. The tip on here is just outstanding. And you saw when I did the tip test, which I don't advocate doing that at all. I do it on these knife reviews just to show you folks the durability of the blade. So if you break your knife, don't say, well, John did it in his video, so I'm gonna, no. Don't blame this guy, because I'm telling you, don't do it with your knife. I just wanted you to see it, just to know the durability of this knife. And I mean, let me get out of the frame here a little bit and hold it. Look at that, just beautiful. Now, let's talk about the scales on here. Scales on here are just black canvas micarta, but they're polished, and I'm sorry, but they did an outstanding job. The quality, I can't catch a fingernail on that. And I test a lot of knives, folks. I see a lot of stuff come through the channel, and there's a lot of stuff that I'm sorry I don't test, that I tell the company, I'm sorry, I can't review that. I'm just not gonna show it. And this, I mean, beautiful. Coke bottle, awesome. Lanyard holes, I highly suggest the use of a lanyard. Public service announcement. Please use a lanyard, especially when you're chopping. You do not want the knife to fly out, hurt somebody, hurt yourself. Use a lanyard, secure it to your hand. With that said, you saw that I chopped, and there's just enough upsweep on this handle. I did a 3-finger hold with the pinky on the back just to get the pendulum motion, and it just worked outstanding. A couple different hand positions on here. You can choke up really close. That's when I did that fine work with a feather stick, right in the middle where the Coke bottle handle is. Fits really well in my medium-sized hand, because there's a lot of real estate at the business end of this. And then what I call that backseat grip. Tanner, I think you outdid yourself on this one. You hit a home run, dude. In the big knife department, I think this is gonna be a freaking Hall of Famer on the channel. And Bark River, what can I say? Bark River quality. Yeah, this knife is over 200 bucks, but I'll tell you what, this right here for CPM 3V steel, I mean, that is a deal for this blade. Awesome blade. I don't mind pulling the trigger on something with this quality, and there's just a lot of steel in this knife. So if you want a knife that is gonna chop, that is just gonna slice, dice just gonna go crazy town. What can I say? What can I say? I'd mic drop it, but I don't want to drop his knife on the ground. So 5 stars. 5 stars on the channel. Hall of Fame. I'm just going to tell you right now, this right here is going in the Wingman Hall of Fame as a chopper. I just can't say enough good things about it. I'll leave links in the video description below on where you can find this knife if you want to pull the trigger and purchase one. And if you're not a subscriber, hey, what are you doing? Click that button. Click it right now. Subscribe. Be part of the action. Don't be a lurker. Be part of the action. Subscribe, comment, share with all your family and friends. That's what helps this channel grow. So, as always, this is John with the Wingman 115 channel. I thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you on the next video. Take care, folks. I'm going to go chop some more pine cones or something. I'm just in a chopping mood. Take care.